Top 5 rapwebsite.com. Run the Jewels part 2. You know, so we got a little cleaned up for y'all. Now we are ready to jump back into it. Track number 6, Walking in the Snow. There's that electric guitar. It kind of sounds like the guitar on Hell of a Life by Kanye. Wow.
Got a wire to enlarge and I set a fire down below. I hang it up when you say sorry, didn't know. Probably got a year 10 to go, so let's go. I don't really know how to go slow.
Just got done walking in the snow.
Goddamn, that motherfucker's cold. Hey, on the wrong mode.
Okay, so real heavy bass. Again, this picked up right where it left off. A real heavy bass, you know, real dark theme.
You know, holes, no goes. So world's a shit mode, built to the brim like Gitmo. When you think it don't get more low, with limbo to the sticks on flow. All the questions born.
Kind of like that Eminem flow. I don't know if I like that.
I'm just one guy. I'll do respect and getting spit on. How respect is now defined.
Okay.
But you got schooled and drank the Kool-Aid. There's a line. And then directly
said, don't drink the grape Kool-Aid. There's a line. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Funny fact about a cage, you never built for just one group. So when that cage is done with them and you still pour it, come for you.
He talking to the white people. I hope y'all understand it. He said the funny part of a cage, the funny part about it, it's not made for just one group. So after they get them, he talking about us, black people. After you get them, they coming after us. So he's saying white people, wake up.
Gonna told them, well, golly G, you have been used. You have to build a death machine that down the line will kill you too. Pseudo-Christians, y'all are different. Kids in prisons, they the same shit. The one scrap of what Jesus taught connected, you feel different. What a disingenuous way to piss away existence. I don't get it. I say you lost the goddamn minds if y'all possess one to begin with.
Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold. Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that.
Okay, so that's probably my favorite LP verse on this album so far.
Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold. Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold. Yeah, ho, gangsta boo, running
Gangsta boo.
on our shit, and it's cold as fuck.
The way I see it, you probably free is from the ages 1 to 4. Around the age of 5, you shift away from your body to be stored. They promise education, but really they give you tests and scores.
They promise education, but really they give you tests and scores. How many of us is really educated? How many of y'all, after your 18 years of schooling, have a skill? How many people can make bread from scratch? How many people know how to unclog a sink? Simple stuff that we don't have, but we know about tests and scores and proctors. Useless. Useless.
Population by who scoring the lowest. And usually the lowest scores, the poorest, they look like me. And every day on the evening news, they feed your fear for free. And you so numb, you.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. Fear.
Got a man like me until my voice goes from a shriek to whisper, I can't breathe. And you sit there in house on couch.
Man, talk about it.
To whisper, I can't breathe. And you sit there in house on couch and watch it on TV. The most you give a Twitter rant and call it a tragedy. But truly the travesty, you've been robbing your empathy. Replaced it with apathy. I wish I could magically.
He said they took your apathy and replaced it with. He took your empathy, replaced it with apathy.
Future so then you can face it and see how fucked up it'll be. I promise I'm honest, they coming for you the day after they coming for me.
Killer Mike said the same thing. After he come for us, they coming for you. So y'all think y'all safe over there? They coming for y'all next, dude. Wake up.
I'm laying low for a week. I said something on behalf of my people and I popped up in WikiLeaks. Thank God that I'm covered, the devil comes further than you know the evil don't sleep.
WikiLeaks bar.
Told me a couple of secrets before we lay down in the grave. All of us serve the same masters. All of us nothing but slaves. Never forgetting the story of Jesus, the hero was killed by mistake.
Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold. Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold.
Similar to the Ghostface bracelet.
Okay, hold on. I thought that was it.
Jew runners, go hellfire high in a new summer. It's cold winter, baby, in a cool summer. I suicide bomb in a blue Hummer. Emerge out of sign out of blue summer.
Bad news coming true, son. Treat beats like a wet dot true on them. Got a stroke roll cool on them, move on them.
We be the heroes, the breakers, the tanks, and the muscles of locks. You be the suckers supporting the bitches that talk to the cops.
Okay, so I really like this. I feel like this even could have been a different song. The second part of this song, but it all keeps the same theme.
Turning and facing a fuck up on rock. I'm not so sure opportunities knocking his body the law.
Word to the old school tape days. I get radio right in reach the sacred, similar to the Kosei bracelet.
Frying in a hole, oh no joke. How to go, bro, just off smoke. Fuck what you gonna do, non-smoke. Get a job, it won't be a dope. Nah, I'ma do me. Arigato, gato.
Man, for me, it's just kind of hard to understand some of LP's parts. Real dope song, man. That was one of my favorites. Track number 7, Just featuring Pharrell Williams and Zach De La Rocha. So Zach De La Rocha, he was on my favorite track on Run the Jewels 3. Message to the shareholders: kill your masters.
Mastered economics cause you took yourself from squalor. Mastered academics cause your grace said you a scholar. Mastered Instagram cause you can instigate a follow.
Pharrell.
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Get it?
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar.
Okay, so dead presidents.
Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters.
Zach De La Rocha, Rage.
Anytime I'm on mine, I be minding mine. Every time on my grind, I'm just trying to shine. Make a dollar, government they wanna.
You know, so he came out with Killer Mike. He came out with some modern flows. He came out, you know, with the double time flow last time. Now he's got the little, you know, Uzi flow. What do we call this flow? Yeah,
The petty kind might
Uzi?
see it cause they see it shine.
Yeah.
I done had to have a talk with myself many times.
Yeah.
I a hypocrite cause I know I did it. I get broke too many times. I might slang some dimes. Now that's the line that's probably
Kill your masters.
my ass up.
Whoa.
Politics, you swear that you got options.
And, you know, he said kill your masters. Last song that Killer Mike was on with Zach De La Rocha, he said kill your masters. Let's hear that line again.
I told you once before that you should kill your master. Now that's the line that's probably gonna get my ass up.
Master of these politics, you swear that you got options. Master of opinion, cause you vote with the white collar.
Master of these politics, they swear that you got options. We ain't really got options. We got options of options. Options that were already decided for us.
Just posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar. Look at all these slave masters.
Confucius say, man, you better thug out. Get the bag and the bug out.
Okay.
Try to roll home, you might run your luck out. Cause just when your base is loaded, they'll roll a grenade in the dugout. Earth folk, not a
Just when your base is loaded, they'll roll a grenade in a dugout. Woo.
we got our thumbs in the air like hella bust. Look at who we done blessed with our trust. I don't think we'll be left with too much. Hand on my heart, on my mind, on my drugs. Got a a gut punch for your Atlas shrug. Love or not love, it's just that dumb. Lord, sweet Buddha, please make me numb. Rain bounce off walls like a city in Roomba. Just found out it's created stupid. Lit by the supermoon, I'm too lucid. Plus got shrooms in the blood, I'm fooling. BP, Richie, this is New York City. The X on the map with a pain keep hitting. Just so stuck, see a shitting.
You know, you see me reacting, I don't really catch LP's bars. I said this in part 1. And it's good to know that I just wasn't having a bad day or something. I'm really just not catching a lot of his bars.
Choco cops still earning a living. Funny how some say money don't matter. That's rich now, isn't it? Get it? Comedy, try to sell packets supposed
Funny how some say money don't matter. That's rich, isn't it? It's rich. It's hilarious.
to get killed. It's not an anomaly. Hey, it's just money.
Mastered economics, cause you took yourself from squalor. Mastered academic.
C4 when I run it back like a
Look at all these slave masters. Let it sink in.
2020 on the map. Wrong one cut in my hourglass. Don't watch it spill to the bottom half.
Rage.
Pieced out, run it fast. On a tarmac, get a starter jack. C4
You see the piece, now run it fast. Run the jewels.
run it back like a track star. Run a record
Like our track stars run a lap. Run it back.
Clean look, poor pugilist. A shooter's view is a brutal flick. Too rude for you rudiments. Who convinced you can move against the crew in it?
And you could tell the way he rapping, he up on the mic like this. Like he's serious. He close as hell on the mic. Like talking to him, spitting everywhere. He's a rock star. He's not even a rapper. This is a nice verse though.
Coming up through the fence. Offshore at a quarter prince. Overture left his fingerprints on the hearts of the gate in the world of residence. How can we be the peace when the beast gonna reach for the worst? Tear out the flesh of the earth. Stay set from a deafening, reckoning, quick like the pace of a verse. So questioning this quest for things is a recipe for early death threatening. But the breath of me is weaponry for you, just money.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be one of my favorites when this is all said and done too. Shout out to Zach De La Rocha. Shout out to Rage Against the Machine. Track number 8, Never Look Back.
81 miles to the outbound road. Never look back, never ever went slow.
Never look back, heard him say that before.
Never look back, never stare at a ghost. Can't air in the summertime choke. Ain't shit live at the drones, oh no.
Summertime choke.
Wanna smoke, grab another pack, go. Pop Smoke 2 will play a piano.
R.I.P.
Time you was funny how that go. Mom, you too, I never could drink slow.
Never look back,
Heard her say that before. Sound like the type of advice I'd ignore.
You know, you can see it in my eyes. I'm really trying to listen to LP's verse. I'm really trying to catch it.
How time feel off TikTok. You think it does speed to drop a clock shot. Never smoke side, I heard that's a thought out. $44 on the smoke, what you got?
got my mind.
I got Never Smoke Sad. I got 44. Is that a reference to President Obama? He was president number 44. Trump is 45. What is that?
On the road to perdition, the crime in the grime, I admit it, I'm with it. Must suckle up crying for my mama right titty, cause the dollar made sense, no question, she was with it. She was queen, penny, independent when I was a kid. Uncle Luke, don't stop, get it, Magic City. Mommy told me never give a nigga my plug. Then she told me never give these bitches my love. Still
Okay, so he ain't political right now. He just talking to you.
bro, I'm missing my girl. Still to the day, I'm perfecting my thug. Daddy told me never give a honey my money. Had to ask daddy, did that include money? Made dollar, made cent, made money. Got a wife built like a Playboy bunny. Fucked up, but I kept her.
Got a wife built like a Playboy bunny. Playboy bunnies, they was skinny though. They wasn't built like black women, so we know what he means. So.
Made a meal that for real ain't a damn thing fun. Never look back. Never look back.
And this has that classic Run the Jewels feel.
Never look back.
This beat got LP's name all over it.
Never look back.
So here's the play. You can't go forward, and you can't go back. The past, the present, the future, all irrelevant.
You know, synth, it's not my favorite beat, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite beat.
For the beats and a smart ass kid with a mean lip. Mom said she ain't gonna speak.
Smart ass kid with a mean lip.
Speak as a precept. I don't wear a leash at least, but I'm beastin'.
Never look back, you will only get better. If you get better, you will never get better. Never get better, then you never get bigger.
And yeah, like I was about to say, this ain't my favorite song. This song feels like it has more of LP's influence on it. Especially with the beat, you know, it kind of follows the same lead as a lot of other Run the Jewels songs. A lot of those album cuts, no real hard theme like some of the other songs had a real hard political theme, but still a good track nonetheless. Just not one of my favorites.
Bigger than you never make shutter. Tell the truth, fella, you were never really special. You were just a lame nigga with a hit rap. Yo time came and it changed like the weather. Run the Jewels, motherfucker, we still forever.
Your time came and it changed like the weather.
Never look back. Never look back. Never look back.
Alright, that was Never Look Back. Out of all the songs, that's probably my least favorite. And we're 8-9 tracks in, and I finally got to one I'm not feeling that much. This is a great album. Track number 9, we're keeping it moving along. The Ground Below. Go watch part 1 if you haven't already.
RTJ. The God killer, this Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. Playing blackjack versus death gun on the car dealer. Just bought a demon, I'm screaming about the car dealer.
So I'm getting garage rock, hard industrial vibes.
Patient of Mike, but I'm a God figure. Tell me as a Bob that the God don't need a job, and if I did, the oligarchs would be missing, murdered, and robbed. This is Bonaparte and he paying.
If I needed a job, the oligarchs will be missing, murdered, and robbed. This is the music to the uprising. This is riot music.
You're the party you found at the church services. Not a holy man, but a moral in my perverseness. So I support the sex workers unionizing their services.
Bars.
I'm guessing I'ma be okay. Say the show will feel me now. I feel like I'm a
LP on the hook.
love never meant. Hey,
Heavy rock vibes. Heavy rock vibes.
love never meant. Love never meant much.
Born from the ether, I just get out of cloud. A reaper screaming, fuck the world. Rapers coming out like a reaper.
Whoa.
Stop the dying shot, he don't pronounce my name correct. Rules have gotta be rules, any exceptions, and I'm not a leader. Thinking the boss and I get him, I fix the shit as iffy. But later don't hold white, they'll get to the crib quickly. I watch my mouth when I finish watching y'all suck.
Okay, LP sound great right here.
Put an ounce of that evil on me, I'm flipping Ricky. I give an inch to you, Simps, I'll never forgive you. Not saying it's a conspiracy, but you're all against me.
Whoa.
You future with brother Jules ain't the shit. Hands on my hip, the killing trip, turn the time machine back around the sense. Says you're up, hey. I'm guessing I'ma be okay.
Okay, I like this one. I like this one because LP really went off. He's been going off this whole album. I said this on part 1. I'm usually not this huge of a fan of LP. If you're watching part 2, you're wondering why I'm not really reacting to these LP verses. Not the hugest fan. Doesn't mean I don't think he's dope. Doesn't mean I don't think he's talented. I just don't go out and search for his albums. But I have listened to them. On this album, RTJ4, he's not bothering me at all. We got another verse. Hold on.
If they judge, still don't budge. Don't give an inch, don't give a nudge.
That's a little bridge to close it out. But yeah, on this song, it's probably my favorite LP verse on the album. That was really dope. So let's pull it along to track number 10, Pulling the Pin, featuring Mavis Staples and Josh Homme. Alright, Underwater Feels, video game.
From a long line of the ranch to the swine can of violators. The cloven foot designers are
From a long line of violators? Is he talking about his ancestral history?
iron edges. Twisting down through time, see them trying to unwind creation. Don't be surprised, it's a mistake to think their influence had faded. But what a wretched state of danger we've made here. I thought to me, perhaps explaining years of self-lobotomy, toxically.
And you know, sometimes with LP, you know, you really gotta break down his verse. He's for the underground heads. So you're not always gonna get what the verse is about the first listen. I definitely don't know what this verse is about yet.
Tears and even tears.
Pulling the pin though, is that like a gun reference? The firing pin on a gun?
These old foxes got a lot of plots to out foxes. Trying to divvy up and dump in corresponding boxes. How obnoxious. With a heart of mine connect, expect them targeting like arches. You will not travel towards the night.
When a heart of mine connect, expect them targeting like arches.
Charge of your departure. Think the universe forgot us the way the cursed pitch their product. So our spirit's not a fire that can't be struck.
You think the universe forgot us the way the cursed pitched their product? You talking about Western capitalism?
Or the expanse across all space can't be contained in one small dollop. Now I see that it's the same moment in history back to haunt us. And here we go again. Hello, boy.
So that's what he was talking about. It's the same moment in history back to haunt us. Let's go.
First time calling it. Every cage built needs an occupant. Got a death ball, see a lock it in. Had a good run, but they stopping it. Wanna walk man to the carpet.
I'm getting these bars.
Fiction band, truly the truth, the stranger document.
Okay. Great LP verse, another great LP verse.
It hurts, I've been torn apart. There's a grenade in my heart.
Is this Mavis Staples?
There's a grenade. There's a grenade. A grenade.
In my heart.
Boy, you pitiful, then every day's like a satanic ritual. Beautiful soul with the robe and the criminal. I don't want the holy hold on to their principle. Kicking and screaming while watching the demons collecting the gold and the diamond residuals. My pastors say God has promised us paradise, live a good life in his temple. I promised my mama that I was.
You know, he taking this flow. He's done this flow a couple times, and every time it's been murder, murder, murder.
I want it all in the physical. And promise I'm honest, I probably punish you. Keeping that promise too difficult. So picture me red as I sit on the bed with my hands on my head and this pistol. Why the fuck must I be missing? The devils, they do the despicable. And still they move like they invincible.
Them introspective raps take you back to Scarface, take you back to Ghetto Boys. Mind playing tricks on me.
Sitting the pinnacle, doing the typical, keeping us miserable. Taking the most and providing the minimal. Hate to sound cynical, but shit is pitiful.
Taking the most, providing the minimal.
Like Jimmy Seville, they kill, kids in a ritual. I'll murder the miserables. I'll make it unbiblical. I cut off the heads that back for their life and I put it up digital. Fuck the political. The mission is spiritual. A murderous miracle that was in here to just punish the parent.
Okay, let's let that ride out. That was heavy. That song felt real heavy. You know, not heavy necessarily beat-wise. It's one of the more mellow beats we've had thus far, but real heavy in terms of lyrical content and messaging. I'm not sure what that song is about, what they were rapping about. Very heavy though, and very great verse by LP. I think that's the first song where I may prefer LP's verse over Killer Mike's. Killer Mike been killing it this whole LP. So we are at the outro. The outro on RTJ4 was my favorite song. This one is another long title, just like that one. Track number 11, A Few Words for the Firewing Squad.
I woke up early once again, it's 4 days straight. I didn't wake you, baby, I just watched you lay in the radiation of the city sun.
Radiation of the city sun.
You know how everything can seem a little out of place. All of my life it seemed to be the only normal state. So being a normal never really made me feel the same. Being clear about the truth and being sane have never really been the same. I used to want to get the chance to show the world I'm smart.
You know, I've been waiting for the beat to drop. Beat ain't dropped, but we got some saxophones.
Mostly on the heart. Cause I see smarter people trapping life like it's a art. So being smart ain't what it used to be, that's fucking dark.
Being smart ain't what it used to be. It's fucking dark now. Know too much.
It really kinda take the shit out people getting rich. Like maybe rich is not the only ever loving king of nothing fucking though we know you're bluffing. You were dealing with the motherfucking money, run.
Okay. It's a 6-minute song, so I'm assuming it's about to really break down on us.
It'd be a lie if I told you that I ever disdain the fortune and fame. But the presence of the
It'd be a lie if I told you I disdain the fortune and fame. I ain't gonna lie to you.
abstain me from any other pain. When my mother transitioned to another plane, I was sitting on a plane, telling her to hold on, and she tried hard, but she just couldn't hang. Been 2 years, truth is I'll probably never be the same. This is it's a chore not to let myself go insane. It's crippling, make you wanna lean on a cup of promethazine. But my queen say she need a king, not another junkie fucking rapper fiend.
Ooh. He talk about what happened with his guardian, his mom, when he said, I can't afford to, drown out my sorrows. Because my queen, she don't want another king that's drowned off promethazine. Ooh, bars.
He could be another Malcolm, he could be another Martin. She told her partner, I need a husband more than the world need another martyr. Made in Atlanta, Georgia, where I used to ride the martyr. With an M22 in the front pocket of my brain starter. Trying to make it out the mud as a baby father is much harder. The same children that you love and the daughter quarter used to break and rob you. Circumstance would have broke a weaker man, but I put it on my mama. I'm a man of honor and the hardship made me a better money runner. This is what it never heard.
So Killer Mike, whoa.
Look out a motherfucking word.
And you could feel the beat picking up, but something about to happen.
Sorry you were hurt. This is for the dawn, mama took a knock, had to change her lives. Dusted up and brushed off, and I washed, talk about a boss. For the holders of a shred of heart, even when you wanna fall apart. When you surrounded by the fog, treaded water in an ice cold dark. When they got you feeling like a box, running from another pack of dogs. With the pistol and the pistol in the air, we are dead, swear to God.
Black child in America, the fact that I make is magic. Black and beautiful, the world broke my mother hard and she got an addict. God bless me to redeem her in my thoughts, words, and my actions.
Killer Mike using this space to really vent, especially things that happen with his mom. So, shout out to Killer Mike for even giving that to us.
For the devil, goddamn,
you didn't have to.
Never ever have it. This is for the do-gooders, they the no-gooders, use and been abused. For the truth tellers tied to the whipping post, left beat, battered, bruised.
The truth tellers tied to the whipping post, left beat, battered, and bruised.
Body hung from a tree like a piece of strange fruit.
Ooh.
Go hard, man's work.
Strange fruit, Nina Simone. What you know about it? Fuck. Let's go, Killer Mike. We got another 3 minutes. What's about to happen? My car is vibrating so hard from this bass right now. It's like the Titanic, bro. violins. This is real cinematic. Kind of takes me back to the Roots Undone album. The last song, spiraling saxophone, real chaotic. Oh yeah, this the riot music. It's the music to the revolution. We still got a minute and a half. So it's just LP having fun on the boards.
Story of a couple of small-time hustlers framed by crooked cops and forced to make a run for their lives.
Ooh.
Nothing but a bag of money, a stolen Buick Grand National, and each other to their names. They ain't friends exactly. These guys have a better chance of killing each other than beating the odds. No, sir. They're brothers.
Run the Jewels.
Chips are down. I really don't think you know what that
So it's like a whole new song. Yankee and the Brave. So this was Yankee and the Brave was the intro. So they're again LP. He's rapping this. He's making it cohesive. He's keeping the theme up. My barber. You know, that's just LP having fun on the boards. So yeah, that was RTJ4. Very dope album. I really like that. That was very, man, cohesive. Okay, we could say that. They kept the theme. They kept the protesting theme, the riot theme. You know, they kept a lot of things that we love about the original Run the Jewels, but they added so much, you know, so much on the production side. I feel like the production stepped up 5-10 times. You know, it felt way more cinematic. It was way more bassy. It was way more aggressive, even in some ways more forceful. The lyrical ability of both guys, I think this is my favorite Run the Jewels lyrically so far, and that's because LP, he was great. I'm always liking Killer Mike. It's just LP is usually the wild card for me. It's never that I don't like his verse. Sometimes it's just I could do without it, or I could just use, you know, only Killer Mike on this song. On Run the Jewels 4, I didn't feel that at all. There's a couple songs I can go without. Never Look Back was like the leading one. Never Look Back and The Ground Below. I feel like those two songs. But again, this is just first listen. I may go back. Those may end up being my favorite songs, you know. But overall, very great album. I don't like giving albums ratings on the first listen. You all know this, but if I had to give this a rating, I'd give this 4 stars, 4.5 stars out of 5. This is very close to album of the year, more than likely. This is very close to one of my favorite albums of the year. Great execution by LP and Killer Mike once again. So yeah, that was part 2. I promised part 2 for y'all after I got groomed up, and I delivered that. So go ahead and do me a favor, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to visit top5rapwebsite.com. I've got archives on archives, way more album reviews, vinyl of the week, rate the bars, however you want it. top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.